Are you single? Do you find it hard to find time to mingle? Then online dating could be just the answer you're looking for. Let me illustrate this to you. I have a brother who works really hard. He's in medical school full time, so clearly we can see that he has little to no time to socialize or participate in the classical recreational activities that could lead to finding a potential spouse. However, after spending a brief amount of time on a dating website, he met a young lady. They immediately felt a spark and began talking daily for hours on end. Long story short, they're now planning their wedding. Do you think this would have been possible without the medium of online dating? The answer is definitely not. Two people that are living in different countries would not have been able to meet by regular means. He's currently studying medicine in Granada, and she is a music teacher in California. Clearly, their paths would have not crossed had it not been for online dating. Today, I'm going to be explaining to you why you should think about online dating. As you can see, with the situation my brother had with online dating, it gave him access to finding someone to date while not taking up hours upon hours of time with meaningless dates that amounted to really nothing. Yes, online dating does give you a lot more access, which can be a problem if you aren't able to focus and decide who you really want to try to build a relationship with. But let's be honest, if you aren't able to focus and figure out if you want a relationship with someone just because your access may be narrowed and the amount of people that you have access to is narrowed, doesn't mean you're going to have any more success. In fact, you'll probably have the same amount, if not less. So really, access has nothing to do if you're going to be able to not find someone. Access is a wonderful thing and will give you ample opportunity to meet someone new. Another key thing of online dating is communication. Online dating forces you to get to know someone outside of physical attraction. This is key. Let's be honest. Even though, you might at first be attracted to someone by their looks, the looks are eventually going to change. Through online dating, you're given the opportunity for deep, meaningful conversations without raging hormones getting in the way. It also allows you to focus on what really matters to you as a person and what matters in the person that you're getting to know versus being superficial and only paying attention to outward appearances. Just remember, looks are going to change, but their heart and how they think, feel, or act, that's not going to change even as the years take away the beauties of youth. Of course, the first time you meet one another face to face is going to be awkward, but by this time in your relationship, you've had many meaningful conversations and you've been able to connect emotionally as well as mentally. So, regardless of how awkward it is, you'll still be able to have a good conversation. Besides, let's be honest, what first date isn't awkward, even if you met them by traditional means, such as at a party or through one of your best friends? The other thing about online dating is you have the opportunity to understand what really matters the most to you. As you begin your journey of online dating, you're going to find the good, the bad, and the ugly. This allows you to learn what really matters to you, though. You'll be able to have a lot of time for self-reflection and realize and what is and isn't um, important to you. You'll probably realize that what they do for a living or where they grew up really aren't key factors in a relationship. You'll find out there are much bigger things to worry about than those those small things. You'll have the opportunity to talk and to date to a wide and varied range of people. Some people you'll click with, others you won't. But at the end of it all, it's all about self-discovery. Just as with most things in our life, we have to taste the bad to know what's really good. Dating works much in the same manner. We talk to probably a few hundred duds, but we eventually find our stick of dynamite. As you can see, there are many benefits to online dating. You are given much larger access to meeting people than you would if you were relying solely on face-to-face interaction. You're given the opportunity to build a relationship based on emotional and, you know, emotional and mental connection. You're able to, not be as concerned about physicality. You're given the chance to discover what matters most to you and what things you can and cannot live without. While online dating may not be how our parents met each other, it is quickly becoming how our children's parents have met. So why not give it a shot? The worst thing that's going to happen is you'll become one of the millions of success stories like my brother.